up each card now, irrelevant of winner or loser. What's next for the superstars in this? I think that's
fantasy booking. I like this. Go.
Yeah, I think this is how we should close recap shows because
I like that.
Right,
I like that.
So it's not going to be. It's in the order that I've uploaded it, guys. Obviously, the first match and the last match. I can't remember. Jericho, Ricky Starks. What's next for both guys?
This is hard. This is very hard to call next.
So I will jump in partially if no one can answer.
I can.
Leon made a call that Starks and MJF have unfinished business. Now,
that's not happening now, though.
This is my thing. If you take away the table, and I know you're going to say it doesn't matter where you land on the table, it makes sense. You've just taken out the society. You could be there. If you're still working on the ranking system, which I think AEW have started to fade away from,
yeah,
it starts to make sense that he could be like, hey, I'm here. Like you had a feud with Jericho, beat him, you went on to be a champ. I'll beat Jericho. What are you saying? It could happen. I think there's a bit more star building required in Starks.
I've got one for Jericho.
I've got one for Starks, innit? Yeah, like
go Starks, I'll go Jericho.
I'm not really so sure about, so I'll let you do that, yeah. But I imagine it's gonna be to moving on to feuding with someone young to put them over or whatever. Yeah. But with Starks though, now he's just vanquished what's his name, Jericho. He's got to go for one of the other titles, one of the mid-card titles. Yeah. Now, whether he's the person to dethrone Orange, who knows? Yeah. Whether he's actually whether Will Hobbs beats Wardlow on Tuesday, and the logical thing would be Starks versus Hobbs because of
that's why I was leaning to. Yeah.
So it's a mid-card title for him.
Yeah, I agree. Hobbs beats Wardlow, Starks beats Hobbs. Play hot potato with the TNT title. It's what it's for. I agree with that.
It fucks up Wardlow though, doesn't it? Because that's
no. But what I would think if that happens to Wardlow, it's going to be because Joe teased him. Yeah, and then they will go and feud for that title in Ring of Honor.
I agree with that too.
Or he steps up for MJF. Not a major feud, but it's a one-time match.
I could see that on one of their Fight for the Fallen or one of the other matches. Yeah.
All right, Jericho. It's as you said, Big Tone. He needs to put someone young over. He needs to continue what he's doing with Ricky Starks, which is, according to statistics, breaking tradition and actually now putting people over. Listen, this could all change on Dynamite, and he comes out and says, Starks Jericho 3, and winner take all. He could still fuck with us here. I hope that's not the way they're going, although history would support that. If we're going down this new route, Jungle Boy. Put Jungle Boy over. Have Jungle Boy have a feud with Jericho. Jungle Boy's going after the title. You can't put him into the title picture straight away because Starks, Hobbs, Wardlow, as you said. You could put Jungle Boy against Orange Cassidy and have an outstanding match and actually could have Jungle Boy win that. But I think it's far more interesting if you build Jungle Boy, Jackie Boy up a little bit more and have him take on a legend like Jericho. And I think they'd put on a banger. Jungle Boy and Jericho.
That's a really good shout, to be honest.
Do you know what? I'm going to put something out there.
It fits the same storyline that he's been pushing, the same narrative about, look, you should join the JAS, yeah. Again, you'll probably reference that your dad was a star, you're a star, you play the sports.
Your dad was an entertainer.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, it's a good segue.
That's interesting. Oh shit! I wish I don't know if there's rumors of a 4 pillars match. I'll let you guys go through this, and I'll try and find it and run it by you. Do you see? And I don't see Jericho as one of the main contenders in it. Do you see the Jericho Appreciation Society being the next contenders to the trios title?
No, because again, what happened with the House of Black? Yeah, it's going to be good guys going after them. Yeah, whoever that may be.
Right.
I think you could see the JAS being used as fodder for the trios. Fodder. By that, I don't mean pay-per-view. I mean Dynamite match, because we need to have the trios being fought for somehow. You put fucking Daddy Magic in there. You know, I'm not saying you put Jericho or Guevara or Garcia in there. You put fucking Hager and Cool Hand Ange and Daddy Magic in there, knowing they're going to lose, but it gives the House of Black a chance to be on TV.
But honestly, I tell you who would actually be contenders. I could see them doing is the new team that they set up on Ring of Honor of or was it Rampage, of Mark Briscoe and the Lucha Bros. Yeah, I could see them
so much. But putting the Lucha Bros the title back on them so soon, I don't.
No,
think
they're not going to get the titles, but they could be contenders.
Yeah, hell of a match. Anyway,
Ray Phoenix for the win, another one further. But anyway, here we go. The tag teams. I don't even want to bring up Lethal and Jarrett. That's bitter to me, and I think they're a waste of time anyway. But yeah, what do you see next for these guys?
Well,
I agree.
Lethal and Jarrett, yeah, I will mention them. They're gonna finish off this feud with the Acclaimed.
Most
I know
boring
it's a downer, but again, they're gonna have one more match in it, yeah, because reasons, I guess.
Fair enough.
Danhausen and Orange Cassidy. I mean, Orange Cassidy, for the time being, he needs to just keep making that All Atlantic belt the Workman's belt. I mean, my dream for Danhausen would be for Hookhausen to get back together, but I don't think we're going to get that, unfortunately.
Well, we're working up to a split between Orange Cassidy and the Best Friends.
Yeah.
Just look at the promos and the Best Friends standing in the back like that. Eventually, on Orange Cassidy. However, it's Orange Cassidy and Danhausen, probably because that's why they put them two together as a tag team. So
Danhausen is fucking box office. I don't want to hear otherwise. He's so good.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
He really is. He fucking
obviously, we know what the Guns are doing.
Yeah, dropping to FTR.
Yeah. Oh, maybe not.
Maybe
not straight away. Maybe not straight away. Maybe to get some bit more fire on them, they'll get.
Nope. I don't see that.
I think the first match will be the match. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, fair enough.
Right.
I disagree.
Samoa Joe, Wardlow.
Well, we've just booked that, haven't we? I think Wardlow. I think Big Tone's called that. Wardlow should actually drop to Hobbs, and then Joe and Wardlow go and do their thing on Ring of Honor.
Yeah. Okay. I suppose Samoa Joe's just going to be the workhorse for AEW, for Ring of Honor, really. So
for sure.
We touched on the ladies quite a bit, so I'll leave that one.
Well,
okay, go.
No, bring up the ladies, because I'm actually very curious who Jamie Hayter will fight. Do we think we're going to get a straight out and out Jamie versus Saraya title match?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the one I should have sent Saraya. If I had thought about it, it wasn't going to be that match.
Now, in that match, is that where Britt screws? So here's where we can play this. Both of these are good answers. If we go pure Jamie Saraya, you could easily have Britt screw Jamie in that match, which costs her the title, puts the title on Saraya. Happy days. I've got no issue with that. And then you have a grudge match with Jamie and Britt, where there's obviously no title involved. That works too. Not every grudge match has to be for a title. However, maybe not however, but you could also play it that Jamie just retains, Saraya holds her hand up at the end of the match and turns on her after the match. And that sets up their title match, where it's Britt versus Jamie.
Can I be real? If you are booking NWE, you need Britt Baker as that running force until Jade becomes the dominant force to win the war or sway the war. So personally speaking, I would possibly give Saraya the title and then have Britt Baker Saraya for the title, because Britt's more the one to bring it home if it's in the hands of the enemy. That's
so no Britt screwing Jamie.
I don't think that works now.
I
don't think it can work now while you have this opposing force. You need a faction versus faction. Britt Baker has essentially, she's not the star of that faction, and that's why the title needs to go the other way to let Britt become the star again, to be the fate. She's essentially got the four horsemen in the NWO war. It's the faction that was there before these invaders came along. You don't sway her the other way. She is the forefront of leading the war. She's the one who recruits. As that team gets bigger, she's building the other side. I don't think I can personally, and you guys can sway me otherwise, I don't personally see Jamie Hayter being the one to be like, I need more for this team when you are part of another person's team. Yes, you're the champ in this team, and I get it. That's like Batista still running around with Triple H or Randy Orton still running with Triple H when they've won the title. That it diffused. But the current feud that's in place has killed the other angle of a feud, if that makes sense to you.
No, but I feel that's for now. Yeah, I would
In
say
the now, once that feud is all crushed, she's stabbing her in the back.
Yeah, but I would say the main reason, I still think that's going to happen this year, but I think we're going to save that to one of the big pay-per-views like All Out or something.
Full gear.
Yeah. So when we get like Jamie versus Britt, that's got to be on pay-per-view because you've been building it for a long time. So you can't do it anytime soon. So that's probably the main reason why that's not going to happen. The turn's not going to happen that way. Not unless you did some cowardly running away from Jamie for months. But again, there's only so much you can go with that. But I feel there's a lot we can do with face Britt Baker. We can do with face Jamie Hayter. For now, have them fight this war, have it build up. Before you know it, it's All Out time. When's All Out? October?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
There's another pay-per-view before October, guys. I think it's in 3 months.
But he's saying run it through till that time, which makes sense because you need to let the NWE, which we'll call them for now, with all due respect, unnamed team, you need to give them time to simmer and build. Now, again, prolonging my fantasy booking, I would make Jamie Hayter the heel. I would have Jamie Hayter help Britt Baker win the title back and bring it back to AEW, do the celebration, fuck her up, so I could help you, but you can never help me. I know I deserve that title.
She's a bad guy. She's a natural bad guy. It's got to be her turns.
Yeah.
AJ calling a swerve. Leon, where you at?
No, that would be the lights come out and Bray Wyatt condemns her, or Uncle Howdy has convinced her.
No, it'd be Julia Hart.
Do the woman man dance.
Julia Hart swoops down and wins the title.
Actually, I like that call. So pure Jamie versus Saraya, and Saraya wins that. Okay, I like that. That's nice.
Cool. Anyone else want to add on the ladies? Or?
Yeah, that's good.
No, that's I think we're going.
The Elite and the House of Black.
All right. Omega goes single. I said this on the prediction, didn't I? Omega goes for a single run. Not as the next feud, but as the feud after Omega MJF. And then you get the Bucks. Whew, what do we do with the Bucks? I mean, the Bucks are obviously going to go tag team next. I mean, you can do the Bucks FTR again. That's going to be epic. That's fire. Come on.
Honestly, what I think is going to happen with the Bucks is they're going to go on a bit of a redemption story now. They're not going to face like any teams that we expect them to face. They're just going to start fighting through the roster until we then get to one of the big teams, like like an FTR.
Dick's got that look in his eye.
The Bucks versus Edge and Christian.
I knew that was coming.
Do it, fucking do it, Tony.
That ain't happening anytime soon. I would love it. I would love it. Don't get me wrong.
Tony, Edge's contract runs out in SummerSlam. Give him all the monies. Now I know you think I said pay him a lot of money. No. Give him all the monies.
Ed and Christian, I'm calling it now. If he does turn up on AEW, call him Ed. It's the most easy way to get away with it.
Ed Cage.
But you know what? For Omega, again, I think it's similar to the Young Bucks. He's going to be on a bit of a redemption path. Hey, who knows, innit? Yeah, like he can have. If we're talking about feuds off the bat, I still feel there's something at some point they can do with him and Adam Cole, because it looked like it was going that way, but it never did. Yeah, like is Switchblade going to show up and like give his finisher, the Switchblade to Omega? Yeah,
I think he's going to WWE, mate.
You think? We don't know. But what I'm saying is,
you haven't heard my Switchblade WWE booking, have you? Considering you've just brought him up.
Yeah, go on.
Cena beats Theory at Mania. Cena comes Monday Night Raw. Open challenge US title.
Oh man, That would be crazy.
Puts him on
Honestly.
the map. Puts him on the map.
Cena against Switchblade. Cena puts him over. Switchblade's your new US champ.
That would actually be crazy.
But they won't.
It doesn't do much to do with
But they should.
No,
Triple
man.
H, I know you listen, bro.
Ferry should beat John Cena, unfortunately, at WrestleMania. He needs to.
No.
Yes.
No.
I've actually got a swerve for you, Nick. I've got to tell you post-pod, yeah? I've got a swerve for you. Just to keep you in line with how life currently goes. But yeah, that's that. Okay. House of Black, who's their next contenders?
I think you called it, Big Tony. I think it's going to be the Luchas and Mr. Briscoe.
Honestly, I feel that as well, because to be honest, I look up and down that card and like who we putting together. Maybe we could do Top Flight and AR Fox, like trying their thing. They want to step them up a level. But again, that would just kind of feel like a filler feud. But hey.
Would it be weird to look at Swerve and his two henchmen?
At the moment. No, at the moment, yeah, because again, they're still doing this feud with the new team of Dustin Rhodes and
Mr. Hogwarts.
What they calling themselves? Naturally Limitless. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Kill me with that name, seriously.
It is what it is. Yeah, so interestingly enough, I won't bring it, but I think there's one feud that happens with someone. That guy starts to be like he can beat anybody for the title, and that's when Kenny turns up for a title match. But that's the way I'll call that one. We've kind of touched on this.
On. Before you move on, I just want to point out one obvious feud we never thought of. The feud is not over between the Elite and House of Black, and they're going to keep this going for a couple of months.
You think?
The feud has just got started, and they got their ass whooped. Are they just going to automatically go their way? I don't really think so.
My thing with the Elite, and I've said it, it's an ego thing. They were the first guys. Everyone kind of looked at them for the trios title. They were the first trios champs. Brawl out happened. They had to drop the titles. They had to have a run. They've done that. I think that's them now. I think as a unit, they're too big for that to be them. That's like if WWE released the trios titles and it was Roman and the Usos. You're going to be at a point that when they drop the title, that's it.
No, but I feel like there's room for that because there's a lot of people on the card who they're trying to elevate and push at the same time. I feel this has been the Elite's job for a lot of people, and they've done that with House of Black now because everyone in it will start to look at them as House of Black. Yeah, but now, they're just back at a level. And we can do the same thing we did with the Lucha Bros. Not exactly, but just have a series of matches where...
Where's Pac, by the way?
I have no idea. Injured himself or something. But with the Elite being the Elite versus, the House of Black on their best day. Now, I don't know if they'll win that feud or not, but I just feel either way, their involvement with them elevates them.
I get that. I read that. Sorry, I need to answer this question because I'm not sure if it was Ray Phoenix. Who was that fucker who ran from one end of the ring to the other along the ropes and dived?
No,
that wasn't Ray Phoenix. Dorado.
What? Lindsay Dorado?
No, different Dorado.
Okay. I saw that video and I was like, whoa.
I
wanted to bring it up last week and I forgot. Fuck me. We've come a long way from old school.
Yeah.
We've come a long way from old school. Shit me. Fuck it up. Credit where it's due, man. Right. Okay, we move on to the next one. We've kind of touched on both guys, but Jungle Boy, Jack Perry, and Christian Cage. I know what Nick's going to say for Christian Cage already.
Well, you know what I'm going to say for both, because I've predicted Jungle Boy with Jericho.
Say if that doesn't happen, what happens with Christian?
Christian's a tough one. I actually think if they don't do Ed and Christian, they may put Christian on Ring of Honor.
I feel that you might be right because I feel like Christian is actually going to be on TV again for a little while, yeah. Or he might pop up in it, try and get someone else to like fall under his wing. Maybe
Christian Utah. There you go, Christian Utah for the Ring of Honor title.
You saying him going Ring of Honor? I just saw Christian Claudio as money straight away. That would be a decent match.
Yeah, that is a good match.
That is a good match. There you go. Christian Claudio. Done. Let's go with that.
Cool. Well, the next one.
Claudio retains.
Yeah. The next one, we all know that there's an answer, but we're going to go for the answer after the holiday. John Moxley and Adam Page. What do you see going for these two guys?
Adam Page is MJF's next feud.
Yeah, exactly what I was going to say. Like I said it like in the last podcast, that is the feud to really go with. Like after he's been victorious now, like MJF has a lot of people to go through. Fresh off of this feud, this is going to be a great feud, to be honest. Hangman versus MJF. The promos, the deepness that like MJF's going to be able to say about Hangman, it's going to be hilarious, man. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I'm actually going to be disappointed if it's someone else other than Hangman.
If he doesn't call him a cowboy shit eater at some point, I will be very upset.
Only person who I won't be upset if they take his place instead of Hangman is like if I do hear Cult of Personality play, because like that'd be great.
What, sorry?
If we hear Cult of Personality.
Oh, Cult of Personality. Sorry, I didn't hear you. Bro, I think it's coming. I can I tell you when they got to the end there of that match.
Hold it, because we're still going to touch the picture. What's next for Mox? I'm just being beneficial.
Mox is tough, you know. Mox is really tough.
I've got an idea where they're going. Personally, I think that basically the BBC, have becoming like more heelish, and I feel the only one that hasn't is Bryan Danielson.
So you think Mox Danielson?
Yeah,
me too. I was literally about to say that.
Okay, so that
even though we've done that feud already, but I would agree that would be the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
So then that kind of leads us into Run Free. I mean, you kind of touched on
it. And MJF Hangman. But no, do you know what? When it ended 3-3, aside from being smug about calling the score, I looked at the time of the live event. I was like, there's still 10 minutes left here.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, are they going to do like word for word what I call? Like, are we going to have MJF go, no, I'm not continuing? And then you hear, are they going to bring Punk out? Oh, okay. Do you know what? I fantasy booked myself so hard down that line that when I saw 10 minutes left, I'm like, Punk's coming back. And when he didn't, I was like, oh, okay. It's still great, but fuck.
I know you would.
I know. I think we're going to get MJF Hangman. I think that's going to be a one-time thing, by the way. MJF Hangman.
Yeah, it's not going to be multiple months.
I think you're going to then have a 2 series of MJF Omega, and I think they'll do some batshit nutty stuff to put Max over more, like put him in a cage or put him in a ladder match against Omega as the second match. I then think you have to do MJF Eddie Kingston for one match only. Have Eddie lose. I know you don't like him, AJ.
Eddie's meant to be Ring of Honor. There is a storyline where he's
like, there is. He's quit, hasn't he? Okay, scrap that. I don't know where they go after Omega, but I'll tell you who I see dethroning him. Adam Cole, baby.
No, he's not dethroning him.
So here's a match that I've heard a rumor of.
I honestly think that Adam Cole is gonna be like the contender after Hangman. Yeah. Before
not Omega.
No, I think they're saving Omega MJF.
So you're gonna have Adam Cole have been in title matches with 2 different people and lost them all. Yeah. You're doing a bit of a Nakamura on him there.
No, because again, he's still treated as a top star main eventer. What I just think
but it can dwindle quickly.
AEW have been very clear about, look, we want the younger guys to be our champions.
Adam Cole needs to be champion. Adam Cole has got to be their champion.
I would love him to be champion, but again, there's a list of people who I would have said the same thing about. I'd have said it I'd have said it about Keith Lee. Yeah, but like none of these guys, I don't think are actually getting the belt at this point.
I don't agree. I don't think Keith Lee does need to be champion. I don't even think Bryan Danielson needs to be champion. I think he's exactly where he needs to be. It would be nice if he was, but I don't think it's a necessity. Adam Cole needs to be a champion.
To me, though, the money, the next time Adam Cole steps up for the title has to be when Kenny Omega holds it. The tension just sells itself there. It could work the other way. It could be Cole beating him and then Kenny walks out. But I think there's more shock value in Adam Cole walking out. I don't know. Adam Cole as a contender to Kenny makes you go, oh, fuck. It just, I don't know. It could work the other way.
That match needs to happen. It's box office.
So here's a match that I've heard.
So then let me ask you this. Who dethrones MJF?
I think it's one of
far in the future.
Far in the future, it's a younger guy. It could even be Ricky Starks. We could circle that round from the first.
Here's a rumored match
from the first person he beat in his first title defense to the last person being Ricky Starks, who takes the title.
Here's a rumored match that someone's put out there.
Don't like
the
that.
4 Pillars of AEW match. Now, that would be. Again?
Britt Baker's one of them, isn't it?
Well, no, but this is on the event card. It would be MJF, Jungle Boy Jack Perry, Sammy Guevara, and Darby Allin.
He called that on the media scrum. He said he was doing it.
Oh, right.
Okay.
It's happening. Well, did you listen to the media scrum? He referenced it. Seeds are planted.
I'm going to watch the whole thing, but
seeds are planted. He's going to take them all on. But I reckon most of those guys are going to be Dynamite title matches.
I thought it was going to be like a fatal 4-way.
Nah, I don't. Well, they could go down that route. They're all getting their asses whipped. Darby and Sammy would be Dynamite matches, I think. Jungle Boy, you could do as a pay-per-view as a one-time thing, and he would lose as well.
But I think Darby versus MJF would be absolutely crazy.
There's history there. There's great history there.
Again, and also the amount of people behind Darby would be insane as well.
Yeah, which is perfect fodder for MJF.
Have MJF do something to Sting.
Honestly, MJF beating Sting into retirement would be the heat.
Don't you dare. That's too far.
That's
too far. That's too far.
Listen, he's one. I don't want to be a prick. He's one of my
top guys. That's one of my top guys of all time. No, don't do that to me.
Bro. There comes a point where the face paint needs to be hung up. It's like asking.
Sting needs to hang up to Darby, mate. Come on.
Yeah, true. Say.
Oh, God, but for Darby's benefit, you don't want it to look Undertaker Bray Wyatt.
No, you certainly don't.
And on that note, guys, thank you very much for touching the 1 hour 30 mark. Awesome. Thumbs up to AEW. Keep it going. I'm out the race. I'm wishing Big Tone and Double V the best of luck. Nick, as I said, once we come off, I'm going to give you a little advice on how you could keep to your word but still win.
Let me just be clear. That word was Cena in world title matches. I didn't say shit about US title.
Okay. I believe it was anytime he's on the card. You can go back. Yeah,
it's on pod. Go back and listen.
Right, but yeah, it could be because you do believe in the 17. So, right, guys, Ministry of Wrestling on Instagram, MOW News on Twitter, Ministry of Wrestling on YouTube. Tell your friends to tell your friends. We're trying to build out here, guys. You know it's good content. You know we're better than What Culture. I'm taking the piss. Just once again.
But we are.
Just keep interacting. We appreciate everything that's there. And until next week. So until next week, I am the one AJ Anthony Jordan.
Reach for the sky. I'm Nico Luro.
All right. Big Tone out the zone. Thanks for listening, everyone.